Alright, so my public speaking today is on the electronic dance music industry, or EDM as we commonly know it as. Brief history on it. We've all kind of had a background with electronic music. I mean, we've all listened to old school Daft Punk music, right? Like from like the early 2000s, but there is a bit of a history before that. The first notable like club music that was first categorized as electronic music was the 1977 I Feel Love by Donna Summers, the late Donna Summers, and she was one of the pioneers in that category, using computer generated sounds to create music as opposed to the traditional guitar and piano and drums style of making music. Subgenres under these are trap music, my personal favorite, dubstep, chill step, drum and bass, trance, techno. There are other ones like electronica, which is more of it's more popular in the European clubs, where it's strictly just a DJ with a bunch of buttons pushing it and creating those beats like that. Now, its popularity and commercialization. Initially, as I mentioned, it was an underground movement that kind of got popular in the early part of the 21st century, so like early 2000s, where, you know, as I mentioned before, Daft Punk, they started creating all these music that we've been listening to today. And now, as we all know, popular artists like Skrillex and what other artists can we give? You know, Dead Mouse. Do you guys know any other artists besides yourself?
Skrillex, Dead Mouse, Calvin Harris,
Yes.
Tiesto.
Yes.
Tribe Called Red.
Absolutely. We also have what's that French guy? David Guetta.
David
Yeah,
Guetta.
he's. It's funny because some places would categorize him as a pioneer for the popular EDM right now, but that's at this point in our history, EDM it's a foundation for most music, because I mean, you guys have seen the Transformer movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is, I mean, they base all their entire soundtracks off of EDM. Even the sounds that the Autobots and the robots are making, they base that off of the EDM music as well. Now, how has this become very popular? It's because of the music festival that they do. Coachella's been around for a while. It's one of the most popular ones. But they didn't start incorporating EDM music until maybe like the mid-2000s. And even then, maybe they'd have like one or two EDM artists to perform. But now, they have almost half the entire sets are EDM artists that come in and they perform. You know, maybe they'd get like one stage where Snoop Dogg is performing. But he would perform with like EDM artists, like maybe Hardwell. He would do like a set with Hardwell or something like that, right? Shangri-La is a very popular one in Canada, and Tomorrowland as well. That's in the States, I'm pretty sure. Is that the one in the States or in Europe?
Europe.
In Europe, okay. I thought they had one in the States. But these are the three popular ones that are happening this year. Now, the one thing I wanted to talk about is just the future of this industry. This industry has gone from nothing to pretty much everything in less than 20 years. And I mean, we can see how in Alberta this industry is starting to grow a lot, especially in Edmonton and Red Deer. Red Deer, I lived in Red Deer a year ago, and a year ago it was just country and top 40 songs, Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande and all those people. But now, if you go to Red Deer, you'd be lucky if you see a club that plays any of those songs. It's all EDM style music. Even the country bars, they try to incorporate a little bit of EDM in it to just kind of get the popular kids to come through the bars. Lethbridge is lacking a bit, but I mean, it didn't take long for Red Deer to get into that scene. So I don't think it will take long for Lethbridge to get into it. Anyways, that is my presentation, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.